Welcome to Wednesday. That's right. Okay, so I thought I'd try to show you a little better what I did on the other side. So this is, I used a little bit heavier material because some dummy cut one of these a little short. So there's a bit of a gap to fill, but by the time I put in two thicker pieces, it should be a little closer. Not that I can't fill a gap, but it just gives me a reason to whine and complain. So, this is me whining and complaining. So here I am. That's how we put the piece on right there. We got the TIG stretched way over from over there. We're just going to use this a little bit. There we go. You can hear it's pulsing because I have it on pulse. I don't remember what I did last that I needed it on pulse. Oh, yeah, look at that. I cut that piece too short. Isn't that smart? So, here I was worried about a gap and I created a bigger gap. Okay, so I'm going to cut a new piece, so we'll just pause this for now. Okay, here it goes. I notice I say okay a lot. Have you noticed I say okay a lot? Okay, I have a problem. Okay, there I go again. Anyway, that's better. Cover the whole thing. So we're going to just weld that again. I think it's still on pulse, but whatever. I forgot it's not a thick welder. I've got it tied in the top. I'm going to turn pulse off because it's kind of a nuisance when you don't need it. There we go. I love my little machine. It's a few years old now. Okay, I'm going to push that over. Oh, it doesn't matter that much. So we'll just put a little filler in and we'll switch hands. So it's nice to be a switch hitter. I got the tungsten stuck out a mile so I can get in there. And because of this cup, it shields it really good. I have a glass one and brand new. Took it out of the box the other day and Butterfingers, I slipped it and broke it. Never got to use it. It really works good for shielding. I have to buy some more when I can afford it. That's tacked on the bottom. We'll tack it on a couple of more points. Stuff is in. So we're going to grind it. We're going to leave this tab long so that I can shape it like the other side so it kind of ends the pattern on the door, because it used to end here when this was way over there. So I'm going to cover that up, fill it in, but I'll make that look like it ends there, which looks a little prettier. Because sometimes things have to be pretty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You get old, you turn into a rookie. Okay, so let's see. Last time on this one I can weld from the back. This one I can't, so I'll just buzz a weld down here. Actually, we'll pause and here we go. I'm going to weld down the back here. You might see it turn red. I don't know. It's a bit hot. Of course, I don't have a glove on, so I feel that. Hang that up there. So grab a glove. It only took me 5 minutes to find my gloves. I have 3 pairs of them around here somewhere. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Better turn the heat down just a little bit and walk in the cup. big boys, but like I do anyway. Cool. Alright, that'll hold corn. That's what they used to say on pipeline. They were welding and say that'll hold corn, and I said, what do you mean corn? Well, corn won't fall out of that. There's a hole in it. Of course, gas might. Anyway, that's old people talk. Pipeline. You can put one there. Alright. So I kind of welded it. I'll do what I did on the other side. Just cut this off, leave this tab in the middle. And I got my face shield on. I welded on the other side. That was smart. Now the changes. I really like this grinder. I got it on Amazon. Only thing I don't like is it doesn't have anything to be safe. So you got a handful of tools, and this is one of them. You might turn it on. That's not exactly good. So I don't carry more than one tool, more than this with something else. Same thing with changing the disc. If you put your hand on there, you could get in trouble. I'm just going to get the disc for that. Let's get this out of the way so I don't get hurt. I have my mic up here. Hopefully it works. I think we're gonna shake that right away so that you see how much it's out of the way. Right now it's in the way when I'm doing the other stuff. So we'll just give this a little bit of a pop. And I'm gonna get an action figure. So here's an action figure. It's not a dolly. Real men don't play with dolls. They have action figures. I think I said that before. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna do this. We're just gonna support it a little bit and pop this back. That's the other side has 18 gauge. This is 14. I can sure tell the difference. I think I'm gonna throw a little bit here down with the tape. Take some of that attitude out of the steel. If I keep beating on it, I'm gonna wreck something else. I think. Push this in. I don't know. That's what you do when you use a torch. It's about half an inch away, and I'm not letting it melt anything. I'm just letting the heat build up. See the red? There goes my mic. See back. Okay, that'll work. I think I'll just shake it a little bit. Looks like I brought the whole thing over. Yeah, that's a good idea using heavier material there. So I want to push it back. Mic again. Hope that didn't hurt your ears. Okay, so let's do it basic shape. I've been thinking about buying an oxyacetylene set so I can keep things up a little bit more control, because the TIG does it, but it doesn't do a nice enough job, really. Anyway, that's not in the budget right now. Nothing's in the budget lately. Anyway, so we'll finish welding that. And there's enough material there. One thing you can do with the TIG is you can move material. You can take a molten, like if you got a piece of pipe, here's the pipe, and you got material beside it, you can melt that over. Or if it's like that, you can even just fuse the two together. The only issue I might have with this is because this is a little bit thinner material. I think it's like 20 gauge, because it's been formed into that shape. Anyway, we'll see what happens. That's a little thin, so I may need a little filler on that. It's always good to have your filler rod in your hand, even if you don't intend on using it. Then if you get into trouble, I call it a crutch. You got your crutch ready, you don't fall down on your brick. So there it is. Let's peel that off. compressor going off. It's right there. Like it's 10 feet from me, but it's one of those ultra quiet ones and it works really good. So let's get down here. Okay, that looks like I got it. Let's leave that for now. Not as nice as the other side. I'm definitely going to have to get a torch, I think. Let me show you the other side. Okay, so here's the other side. See how gentle it is. So I'll just have to fix that. Now we'll do the other side. With the long piece this time. This one's cool because I can weld behind. Okay, I'm going to try one of the magnets. Not a strong one. Okay. So this is a magnet. It's really very light. I hope it'll work for this. So I'm just going to put that like, maybe put it at the top. Yeah. So we'll just put that there. Useless magnet, I'll tell you. On this side, maybe. Can't even hold itself. Red magnets I have are so awesome, but they got so much power they screw up your arc. You gotta have them quite a ways away. Okay, that looks like that works. Okay, so we're just gonna tack this on like we did the other one. Come on. Okay, that's tacked. Take that off. I never use those really. Just go in. The clamp. Should be the clamp here. Oh, look at that. I can't. Nope, there it is. Okay, so we're just going to put this in here. Like that. Hopefully it's got enough. Yeah, that's holding against there, right? Out a little bit more. Blow a hole in that deep here. I'm using silicone bronze and the regular fill. Silicone bronze is really forgiving. You fill gaps and all kinds of stuff. It's not structural. This isn't structural. So We don't care. That's right. We don't care. No problem with that. Write it in the comments below. Yes. And I love accents. So if I offend you, I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna tap that in with the poundometer. I'm gonna try and go on the inside. Of course, there's everything in the way. Okay, there's my regular filler rod now. There it is. You get older, you just set things down and you don't think about it. It's like automatic. So much we run on autopilot. And we shouldn't be running on anything like that because then we lose stuff all the time. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go right around. I might have to move my welding machine. Okay, I think I'll go through the back window. That's it. Yeah. It'd be nice to get this thing done. Oh dear, I can't really see what I'm doing down here. Oh, there's a nice corner. Wow. Now let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, weld it from the other side. Okay, here we go. You can be able to see it there. There's something wrong on me. This is all new material. So just welding the corner edge to edge. Really don't need much filler. This is getting trouble. Like I said, this is new material, so we don't get into trouble with new materials normally. Oh, can't see up here. Okay, looks like we got her. Cool that off. Ouch. There goes my mic again. I haven't broken this thing yet. That's surprising. Okay, you can actually see I welded that penetration right through. Cool. Let's cool it off a bit. Nice and cool. So, I need to grind that off again. This time I just go straight up because I'm not going to bang it. I'll just fill it in. I think I said this before, but I like the cordless because they're not so aggressive, so they don't jump around on you. This is a cutting disc. You're not supposed to really grind with it because it could could fracture when it deforms. So I did it a little bit. I have a face shield on, but that's not the reason to take chances just because you have a face shield on. Like same thing, I don't have a guard on here, but the guard is always in the way. Now I just have to cut a piece for here, fill that hole in. I could have hammered it out, but then everything all gets bent out of shape. So I did that on the other side. Cut a little piece, fill it in, and then I can start putting on my other pieces. Cool. Got this piece. Where's the camera? Right. You see the beveled it. Now, right in there like that. Nice job. I have a really nice belt sander from a company that ignores my warranty issues with another product, so I can't tell you how much I like their product because the other one they're just ignoring me on something I haven't really got to use because it came in damaged. I think it was put in the box damaged. Anyway, that's another issue for another day. So now I just gotta tack that in there without burning my thumb. Can't see. Oh, a little bit. Right there. There we go. That's pretty good. Yeah. That's really good. See what happens when you go to weld. It's interesting. You run into lead on this like up here. There's a bunch of lead. That's where the big overlapping seam is, and up in the corner here, a ton of lead. The other side there was lead and no steel. They filled it in with lead. Pretty skillful to be able to do that, I imagine. Anyway. Tungsten is really dirty. Nice sharp tungsten keeps the weld area nice and tight too. So you can, on some items, like I've made metal flowers and I welded at 8 amps with a really sharp point and no filler rod. Okay, filler rod. Welding pretty good. Made a bit of a hole there. Of course, they didn't check the pieces. I didn't check the pieces to see if they fit now with these thicker pieces. I think I had a 1/4 inch on one of them, so just to bring it down to 8. That's okay. So we're going to weld down. I love this little switch. My welder comes with a foot pedal and a switch. I use this more than anything. Foot pedal is better for control because you can turn your power right down to nothing. But standing on one foot all day long is not fun. I forgot to plug my compressor in, so I'm out of there. I plugged it to run my belt sander. I'll go down here now. I'm just trying to use it. Should be able to use it for material. Wash it across. Because I want to have a radius on here anyway. Works really good with stainless. Not just sometimes use a little bit of half it, especially if it's a bit dirty. I haven't really welded enough. Much stainless. But you can always learn. Oh, down to the cost. Yeah. There you go. Closer look at this. There she is. When I grind it off, it should all disappear. I might have to put a little bit more up in here. Okay, so clean this up now. Okay, that's got that. So, gonna have to have a little bit of filler there, or I could fill it in with metal, but I no use throwing heat in there. Okay, so that's it right there. Bottom one. Oh, look at that. It's perfect now for the length. So that corrected that issue. Of course, I lost my top one, which is par for the course. So I'm going to go look for that while you have to go. Oh, there it is. Okay, here's the top one. Yeah, quite a bit. Good. So I just have to shorten these a little bit. And then we'll put the two together. And that's where my name tag goes. It's getting up. It's out for pricing right now. My buddy Chris Joseph at Arrow is quoting it. It's going to be half inch aluminum by 1.5 by 9, and it's going to say 41 Supercab. He's already given me the rough for it. It looks really good. The font's from this era too, so it almost looks like somebody actually did it back then, which they didn't. established. Take this off. My daddy always used to say, never buy cheap tools because your hands are worth more than the tool is. Which, like if you buy a cheap set of wrenches and it strips and you wreck your hands because you save money, it ain't worth it. Because your hands are irreplaceable. So that goes there. That's a little bit wacky looking. I think I'm going to bring this in down a little bit after I get this established over here. Right there. It's got that. Bring that in a bit more. Top. That looks good. Just fuse it up. I just fused them across. There's a little bit of integrity. This side has to come down. So we'll cut that tap, bring it down, and we'll open the tap. So it's not a little bit crooked, it's wow crooked. How did that happen? Anyway, this side of the truck was lower than the other side to start with when we built it. And when I stretched it, I kind of expanded on that, so it changed it. I looked at trying to level it out, but there's too much to do underneath there to do that. So we'll just see if we can compromise a little bit. This piece was arched like that, so I put it in the shrinker stretcher and straightened it out. It has to follow the contour because the body is bowed here, naturally bowed, and I gotta line it up so it's fairly level, which means I have to adjust this side a little bit just for visuals. So then it's got to come down quite a bit. I guess that's it. So, smack it. Tap will compress with a hammer and brings things straight. So that looks pretty good there. I'm gonna have to rearrange all this, but that's life in the fast lane. I mean, what kind of idiot decides to make something 9 inches bigger and expect it to go smoothly? I don't know. You might know him. I think he has a YouTube channel with hardly any viewers because they're appalled at what he does. That's right. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna have to adjust this a little bit. We're gonna stop and adjust all this.